Probably the Rookie of the Year.
It gives me great pleasure to award you with this NBA Rookie of the Year award.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name, of course, is Sean David. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, as you know, there are countless videos about NBA legends talking about other NBA legends, and I was kind of surprised to see that there was not a single one, at least to my knowledge, about Chris Webber, who to me was always one of the greatest power forwards of his generation. And I thought, okay, let's give the man some respect and give him his first NBA Legends Talk About Chris Webber video. But before we start with that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right, you guys, let's do it. All right, where do we start now? I would say let's take a look at some NBA legends, like, for example, Grant Hill talking about C-Web. Let's go.
Fast break down to Webber. He turns. Look up behind the back. There's a step of the foul. What a play by Webber.
At 6'10", Chris Webber was a triple threat as a scorer, passer, and for his ability to run the floor, setting a new standard for power forwards in the NBA.
Chris was a big guy, but he still had tremendous versatility. He could defend, he could block shots, he could rebound. He was very unselfish.
But see, Webb though, I think, man, that's a whole different ball game, because I think he was one of those power forwards who was before his time.
Oh yeah, man, child,
You know, he had great handles to be 6'9", 6'10", put it on the floor. Can pass. I think the only thing he was missing really was a consistent jump shot. You know what I'm saying? He had post game.
He got it like going in Sacramento when you hit that mid range.
Well, he had to have it later in his career, yeah, because I'm not as athletic now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dog, he was a fucking monster though. Just like being in practice with him my rookie season, you know. And again, it went from watching him play at Michigan and against Carolina in the national championship game. Then here it is. Boom, bang, a couple years later, I'm on the same team with him, so it's like, all right, it's a difference now. But going against him in practice, no, and the young C-Web, that was a big, strong, fast, athletic motherfucker, dog. Smart. Like I said, the only thing that was pretty much missing from his game was the consistent jump.
A 5-time NBA All-Star, Webber averaged more than 20 points per game for 9 consecutive seasons and earned the league rebounding title in 1999.
He was the spark that lit the imagination of so many other players coming up in the NBA. I credit Chris with changing that power forward position.
Now, the next clip that we're going to take a look at is a little bit older now. It's kind of interesting to see the NBA Open Court, which was for a very long time my favorite NBA show. It's also a classic now. It's not new anymore. And there's a segment where the panel is talking about the top 60 players of all time. And they discuss if Chris belongs into that list. Let's take a look.
Now, since we've put you in a very uncomfortable spot, we'll do the same thing with Chris Webber.
Only thing I have to say in my behalf is that Dirk, KG, and Tim know me really well. That's all I got to say.
Okay,
That's
good
all I gotta
case.
say.
You know, good case.
No, I'm not even saying put
I
regardless.
I think people know my affinity for C-Web. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Because if you look at his track record, okay, Fab Five. No disrespect to those other Fab Four.
This is NBA though. Now.
I know that. Hold on for a second. Okay. But I'm just talking about. I'm getting to my point.
Okay.
Don't make me come slap the hell out of you.
Oh yeah.
And all
Hey,
this
Shaq had to you. I already know that.
If Shaq comes forward, there's gonna be some furniture moving.
Yeah, come home.
When you sat down, there was furniture moving.
Whoa, yeah. What happened?
Now there's going to be furniture moving again.
Okay. So you look at the Fab Five. Like I said, no disrespect to those first four. He was the man on that team. He goes to Golden State.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, but they win. They make the playoffs.
And he wraps around his back and dunks on you and makes a commercial out of
He
it.
goes to D.C. and they win. Then he goes to Sacramento and they really win. So you talk about, you know, Sean just said something earlier about impact on the game. Everywhere he went, Sacramento wasn't any good when he went there. The Bullets never made the playoffs until he got there. Nobody thought about the Warriors until he got there. So he's going to get my vote as in that next group.
Okay.
I will say.
So let's see a show of hands on C. Webb.
I said his name first, and y'all just.
I'll go with C. Webb.
Now the next clip that we're going to take a look at is of Mike Bibby, who we all know played alongside Chris Webber and who has very, very, very much respect and high appreciation for the guy. All right, let's take a look.
He was probably the best player that I think I played with. You know, as far as he held himself accountable. You know, you get a lot of guys that, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Right.
And
finger pointers.
Yeah, and he would always be like, shit, that's my fault. And he had held himself accountable, and I think it trickled all the way down the line to, okay, shit, if he's the best player on the team and he's doing that, shit, we gotta follow suit. And he just, like I said, probably the best passer I played with, and probably one of the I'd say top 5 passers that ever played the game. Big man. Yeah.
A crazy story. When I first got in the league and I played against Webb, he caught it, and I looked, and he shot a jump hook, and I looked, and he shot the jump hook, and I looked at him, and Sam Mitchell, right after he hit the jump hook on me, I had to take it out, whatever, he came up, and he slapped the shit out of me, Lord. Slapped. I said, what the shit? You can't do that out here. Can't be a fan out here. I know you love him. You gotta bust his ass though. That was the last time that ever happened. Straight up. He slapped the dog shit out of me in the game. My favorite player shot a jump hook on me and I was in awe.
With the way the game is up and down, free flowing, you were one of the early bigs to be, stretch forwards, passing forwards. How do you think your style of play would fit in the current NBA?
I love to play today.
I love to see how big his motherfucking smile was.
When I played, the big men couldn't even lead the 3-on-2 drill down the court.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, coaches, man. Sorry, coaches, man. So yeah, I would love to play today, especially on the high post or the pass or the handoff and cut and things like that, especially when I could jump a little bit before I got hurt. I'd have loved playing today.
He even had 2 years of high-profile reps at Michigan with the Fab Five. Along with Duncan and Shaq, Webber was only one of 3 sure-thing lottery picks in the 1990s. Well, imagine Zion only making 1 top 5 All-NBA team and never playing in the NBA Finals. You'd be disappointed, right? That's how people from my generation feel about C-Webb. He was that good. He still made 5 All-Star teams, an All-NBA first team, and 3 All-NBA second teams. He won Rookie of the Year. He won a rebounding title. He was the league's second-best power forward from 2001 to 2003. Better than KG, not quite as good as Tim Duncan. He submitted a 3-year peak of 25, 11, and 5 for a series of memorably entertaining Sacramento teams. He earned nearly $200 million in salary house, more than any pre-LeBron star other than MJ, Shaq, or KG. But he played 70 games or fewer in 9 of his 14 seasons. He left 2 franchises in absolute shambles. Actually, 3. We'll get to that later. He missed 283 games. He battled a never-ending assortment of injuries, culminating with the knee tear in Sacramento that stole his explosiveness and forced him to tweak his game on the fly.
So C-Webb that time, he had I don't know, 5 or 6 cars. So I was driving those, Ford dealers, didn't have money. So the sponsorship, I had these big ass excursions.
Right.
So C-Webb came to me and said Turk, I need your car. I was like, my car?
This sounds
6 cars, man. It was my family's gonna come. I need a big car, and I said, okay, man. You can't say no to that, right? So after 3 weeks or something like that, man, my car came. He hooked me up with rims. He put my names on the seats. He put PlayStation and all that, man. I saw that car, I was crying. I was so happy, so it was really cool for me, man.
Shout out C-Webb.
Yeah,
that's the
man.
vet right there, showing love.
Yeah, he really did.
You know, it's kind of interesting. When we take a look at eras, you have the bigs era, and of course we have the golden age of the power forward. Guys like Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, and of course, C-Webb. And I think sometimes people kind of overlook, or not overlook, but I would say forget that this guy at his peak, in his prime, was a beast. I mean a guy who could average like around 25 points, 10 to 12 rebounds, 5 assists, great shot blocker. So this guy had the entire package. And yeah, because we were a little bit spoiled with Dirk Nowitzki and C-Webb, Rasheed Wallace, and all of these guys, maybe sometimes we forget to mention this guy. But hey, Chris, this video is for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Chris Webber, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.